I'm all about the bears. No trouble, Clef. Welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Oh, God.
Told you it was bad.
You did.
I did.
Hi, I'm Kalon Zombie.
Yes, Kalon Zombie's joining us. Everyone say hello to Kalon.
Or don't, you know.
Or don't.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. That's also an option. So yes, we start off strong by bumping straight into that tree. But then it's fine because, as you can see, I have added some floaters to the trolley.
The trolley that is good.
The trolley that is good. It now almost does everything. It can kind of fly and kind of drive on water. This is Act 5 of Nutty Acres. So after this, we've only got one more act for Nutty Acres, and then basically that's it for Nutty Acres. We never have to go back to Nutty Acres
ever again, because
why
would you ever play this game after this LP?
I have to be honest, after doing this Let's Play, I probably will never play this game ever again.
Just shove the CD directly into the fireplace?
Or launch it into space.
That's two, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know, that seems good. So there's a bunch of stuff to do in Act 5. There's actually six jiggies to get.
Whoa.
So there's 6 different missions, and a bunch of them are really hard and not fun in any way. Like, not even slightly. So this mission, Mr. Fit wants us to take... You remember this thing?
Yeah?
Yeah, you remember what we did last time?
Yeah, you just took it off and then put it in the trolley?
Yeah, well, that's what we're doing. Again. Because it is a much better and more viable option than traveling all that way over there and trying to bring back coconuts by air, because why would you try to do that? It's just... No. This level, this act is already more bullshit than it has any excuse to be, so, yeah.
I didn't even ever get this far, so my story with Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is that I've never played Banjo-Kazooie, like, at all. Yeah. None of them. I played maybe up to the beach level in the first game, and I never played the second game.
Oh, Treasure Trove Cove, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good level.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why I stopped playing, because I was having fun with it.
So you try to go back to it, because Kazooie and 2 are really good games.
But, like, that's as much Banjo as I had ever played. And so I got this game, and then I played up to Log Box 720 or whatever, the boss version of that. And then I realized I was not having fun with the game, so I never touched it ever again.
When did you get it? Did you get it after, like, when it came out, or?
Yeah, I got it when it came out.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know what? I got it when it came out too. When it was announced, I was like, oh, they're putting vehicles in. Maybe it'll be okay. Like, really lying to myself. Really lying to myself. Like, oh, it could still be the same. How could it possibly be the same?
I don't know if you mentioned it, but this game used to be like the original concept was going to be something akin to Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, and then they made the stages too big.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, let's just add vehicles instead of making smaller levels, which would have made sense.
You have to jump through some serious mental hoops to get to that conclusion.
Yeah.
It's like, what, like, I understand having made these huge, really impressive levels and then going, well, shit, I don't really want to have to work on all that again. But...
That's when you just increase Banjo's size by like 50%.
Make him Giga Banjo.
Yeah.
Giant Banjo.
Just make him a giant. Oh, look at all those planes that the next gen 360 can push.
Yeah, that's a lot of planes. Yeah, they should have just made the stages smaller.
They really should have.
Though by that point, I don't know, like by the point that you've made all the levels, it's probably a bit too late to go back and like redesign all the levels.
Yeah, wasn't this game delayed enough as it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was. Because, I mean, Banjo 3E was in development for the GameCube. That's the part that stings the most, honestly, is that it was in development for the GameCube.
Yeah.
And then the Microsoft acquisition happened, and then a bunch of other stuff happened, and then we ended up with this game.
This game.
This is the mission that gave me the most trouble. What you have not seen is about half an hour of me trying to do this mission. What I did was I was trying to put together a new vehicle to show off how the detacher works, which is a part that we've gotten in one of the previous episodes.
Right.
And so the detacher, kind of, the clue's in the name. You can attach it to a piece of a vehicle, and you can have like a two-part vehicle. So what I did was I kind of built a plane and then another thing underneath that had the egg turret that I'm currently using, and I flew over this area and like dropped the second part down, and it was going to be cool, and I was going to be like, look at this, it's cool, but it just didn't work out.
So are these planes trying to kamikaze you like a gold egg or something?
It's the trophy in the middle, which is for something that Mombo did, I think. Something to do with farm awards. I don't know, or care, to be honest.
That sums up this game pretty nicely.
This mission is way harder than it has any excuse to be, and I know I made it look really easy in this recording, but it took me like half an hour. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know how that sort of thing is.
Yeah.
The Trophy Thomas stuff is...
Trophy Thomas is
the sounds are still great.
Yep.
Yep. Why? Oh no! Please end my suffering, Banjo!
He really does sound like he just wants to stop existing. Really does.
My wife and child died in that fire!
So that's why he's such an insufferable prick.
He doesn't even look like he belongs in a Banjo game.
No. Yeah. That's what me and Jordan said in the last episode.
He looks something more like out of Viva Pinata, but with fur instead of paper mache.
Fun fact, this game uses the Viva Pinata engine, so that would explain that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, he seems like he belongs in like the early PlayStation era. He seems like he comes from there rather than like N64. I don't know.
Maybe.
Alright, so this mission kind of gave me some trouble the first time, but when I was recording it, I was like, oh, okay, I know what to do. Because it's kind of confusing, because he's like, okay, so you can use the rocks in the orchard to block up the plug holes to stop the water coming out. So that's pretty easy, you just collect the 3 rocks, you go over to where the markers are. And then when you arrive like near the markers, there are these weird pink bubble things. You can kind of see one now. There he is. And they have like the actual corks for the pipe inside. So I was like, well, I popped those open and used those, but no, it's so much faster to use
just
the rocks.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they even put those. And you don't get anything for popping those things open and using the correct corks. You can. There's nothing extra, so I don't know.
It's like this game was like haphazardly designed or something.
It's like a red herring. It's like they wanted to actively confuse you about what you're supposed to do. Which is...
Listen, it's too easy to get the trophy on this stage, so let's make it ultra confusing to push them into the yellow.
Yeah. Well, Trophy Thomas, to be fair, does say just use the rocks. But then once you get into the mission, you're like, well, what are these bubble things? Yeah, it's kind of a thing in this game to sometimes be a little bit sort of not completely direct about what the objective of a mission is, be a bit like obscure, and it almost feels purposeful sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck that cow.
Fuck the cow.
Fuck cows. Fuck trees also.
Just fuck this whole game. Throw it in the garbage.
Too late, we're 7 episodes in.
Oh no!
Alright. Klungo's looking unhappy. It's because he wants his egg cooked. But he
Klungo,
lacks
weren't
the
you like
facilities.
Grunty's maid or something? Why don't you know how to cook eggs?
Well, he just said before, he actually made a reference to a character from the past 2 Banjo games, which I'm not actually sure is in this game at all. Is not really a character either, but Grunty's cauldron had a name.
Yeah.
It was called Dingpot.
Dingpot.
And he actually says Dingpot used to do all the cooking.
Oh, well, that makes sense. It's a cauldron. It knows how to cook.
Yeah.
Logic. You gotta use
Logic. Although that's kind of disgusting when you consider that at the end of Banjo-Kazooie, Grunty says that she's she's gonna wash her dirty underwear in him.
Well, we all know that Grunty is not exactly the most sanitary of anything, actually.
No. So since Dingpot's not around, we can only reach one conclusion for how to cook the egg here in Nutty Acres. There is a giant volcano.
Well, yeah. Logic, you gotta use it.
Yeah. Whoops. It's alright, I got it.
Whoa.
Alright, and then just stick the egg in the lava for a couple seconds. And try desperately to grab the egg. There we go.
I like how Banjo can just walk right through fucking lava.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt him as much as you'd think it would.
It's just basically hot water.
Yeah. Well, when you get right down to it, that's what lava is, right? I mean...
Yes, only not at all.
Yeah, no. That Gruntbot jumped up super high, and I've never seen a Gruntbot do that before. I was like, holy shit!
He's a trooper.
He really wanted to take me down.
It's like, man, I'm gonna impress Grunty so much. I'm gonna become the new Klungo, which is really reaching for the stars.
That is really reaching. You gotta have a dream. You know? You gotta have a dream. Even robots gotta have something to aim for.
Yeah. Did Kazooie just sigh in exasperation over the fact that you got another Jiggy?
It kind of sounded like that, yeah.
Oh god, not another one of these fucking things.
These fucking things, of course, are so much trouble, god damn it.
They're not even really worth anything in this game, god shit.
You know, it's her fault in the first place that the games even, like, kind of happened. She was the one that egged Banjo on to go on an adventure in the first place.
Well, I mean...
It's true.
His sister did get stolen.
Well, yeah, there's that, but then I think there's like a tiny little bit of backstory in the manual that says she'd been wanting to go on an adventure with Banjo before Tooty got kidnapped.
Oh.
Rip Mumbo.
What the fuck? I can't believe Mumbo's fucking dead.
Mumbo, who are you talking to, buddy?
Mumbo, I'm over here. It's very rude not to look at the people when you're talking to them.
Extremely rude. Oh man, look at all those boats.
Holy shit.
Alright, so we gotta take care of those boats. That means we're gonna rely on an old staple.
More
vehicle.
like Mr. Fuck. Yes. I'm sad that you brought me in the couple episodes after you ran out of ideas because I want to see just how hilarious the names are, but you're not going to give me any new names.
Coming up with new vehicles like this, part of the problem is like you've just got so many options, which is a good thing and also a bad thing because you just go into the creator like, I'm going to make something, and you just look at all the parts like, oh, I have no clue where to even start. No clue.
I think that's most my problem with games like these. Like, yeah, it's cool to have all of the options, but then again, You have all of the options.
Yeah, exactly. This thing can't swim or float, but we'll just drive it on the bottom. It's fine.
There you go.
But I think after this episode, I'm gonna open up submissions for vehicles from the thread. I'll just against my better judgment, I'll just put my gamer tag in the thread and see what they can come up with.
I do like some of the thread suggestions, especially the one where you build a giant crab-looking thing.
Somebody just said build a unicycle. It's like, that's not even possible. You can't balance on one wheel. I mean, it would I could make something probably with one wheel if I tried hard enough, but like, it would be so many different bits coming off of it to make it stable. Oh, somebody said to build a pod racer, and I feel kind of quite confident that I could pull that off.
Yeah, that
pod
seems
racer.
That seems pretty good, especially since the pod racing was the only good bit of that movie.
That's true, yeah.
And even then, it lasted way too fucking long.
It did.
It needed to be like 2 laps.
Let's all remember how good the pod racing game for N64 was. It was very good.
One of the few good things to come out of the prequel movies. Also, Republic Commando.
That was... Actually, you know what? I haven't played before. I played Republic Commando like one time, and the person I played against got really mad and accused me of cheating because I'd never played it before. Oh, look who's back.
Oh, it's this dude.
Is Mr. Patch.
I saw
back.
the LPs.
That's right, Kazooie. They dug up an old Banjo boss, made him a lot less fun, put him in this game, and now we have to fight him again.
That's great.
No, it really isn't. Alright, we're gonna make a simple modification to a pre-existing vehicle. This thing, which is basically a couple people in the thread were like, can you just make a thing where it's just a seat and a bunch of stuff to make it go? And that's basically this vehicle that I already made. I don't know if there is an easier way to do this, but like, I tried a plane, that didn't work, and a helicopter kind of vehicle sort of works. Kind of. I just about managed to get it to work.
Yeah, you
and
can
also
just sort of hover in place.
Yeah, also the egg aiming, the egg auto aiming is quite useful, but it's still super difficult. For one, turning around in a helicopter vehicle is quite difficult for some reason.
Oh, there is. Yes, Oh no, there's not. I was going to say I wish that they put a patch right where his butt is.
No, there isn't one.
No. And then I saw the different color and I'm like, yes, they did, but no, it's just.
No, it's yeah.
That would have been great if they just put a patch right where his butthole should be.
But I'm about to make this look super easy and finish it in a couple of seconds. But like again, this is another half hour's worth of me trying to do that. He floats around like you see, like when you approach him, he's kind of like, you know, horizontal, and then by the time you've popped a few of the patches, he like, I guess it's because he like deflates. So then he like goes, like his head is facing the ground, and it's super hard to hit all of it's so needlessly difficult.
Does he pose any threat? Can he even hit you?
He can't hit you, and there is actually a grunt bot and a plane that tries to hit you, but he doesn't really pose much of a threat. He just kind of chills out, like, hey Banjo, you having fun there? No? Okay, I'm just gonna keep circling around. I don't know if that's just bad programming or what, but...
What was that Jinjo even doing? Why was it running in circles?
He was having fun.
No, I think he was looking for a way out of this game.
Or that, maybe.
No, there's no fucking hatch here. God damn, I'm stuck. Bike. I love
Bike?
bike. I love bike. Really, you have the best names for these fucking things.
Yep, here we go.
Woohoo!
We win.
Yeah. Still not as hilarious as the time you just used bike the first time and you moved 20 feet and you won.
That was great. I did enjoy that. So yeah, now we've gotten all the jiggies, the jigamaroonies. So now we're going after the Jinjos, which there are 3 of. Yes. One of them is a super rude dude. But we'll get to him.
There he is.
Nah, it's not him. This guy is...
I meant in general, there's a Jinjo.
There is a Jinjo, yeah. This guy is quite challenging. I thought that I could just use the trolley, because this guy is, he wants to have a race. But he doesn't want to have just any regular race, he wants to have a boat race.
Oh!
And I already put floaters on the bottom of the trolley, so I was like, that's fine, I'll just use the new trolley. But it actually wasn't fast enough. As you see, I select the trolley, but what you don't see is that there's an edit where I've built a new vehicle.
Oh, damn it, and you didn't even let me see a name?
It's technically not a new vehicle, it's out of the, the pre-made blueprints that you get from Wumba for completing missions. The name of this vehicle is Seabiscuit.
Okay. That's a hell of a reference there, Rare.
No, I called it that.
Oh, okay. That's a hell of a reference there, Dex.
Honestly, I couldn't think of anything. I was like, it's a boat, water, sea, biscuit. That was my thought process.
Yes, this boat looks very much like a horse.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, me too. Totally. But yeah, the small boat, the small Humber chassis with the 3 engines on it, it's really good. It's pretty quick.
Yeah. I love that when you won that race, the trumpet started going down like it was a big fart. It's like, oh, you won.
You know, the one thing I love is how nearly every time I finish a mission now, my car just goes missing. Or is like several feet away from me, and I'm like, okay, why? It happens so often now, I don't know. I don't remember that ever happening first time I played it, I guess. Just forgot about that.
Oh well.
Generally, I try to forget about this game.
Well, yeah.
All right.
I too like to forget that this game exists. And I didn't even play the originals. I will say this, I like the art style, I guess.
Yeah.
How the game looks, how the levels look patched together.
Yeah.
And I even like Banjo. Everybody says that Banjo's nose is too square, but I kind of like it.
I don't really, I mean, yeah, a lot of people said that, but I don't really mind that too much. There are a couple of characters that do look like kind of strange. I have more
like
of an
Kiki
issue.
Thomas.
Yeah. So this Jinjo, he's the rudest Jinjo that we've gone up against so far.
Okay.
And because he's so rude, we
yes. Oh.
Because he's so rude, we have to actually make a modification to our standard Jinjo vehicle. First of all, we're going to forget that you actually have to have something to attach a part 2.
Oh,
so that's why we've added the egg guns, so that we can put these, what looks like giant hands on the side of the vehicle.
Oh, it's a Nintendo boss.
Yeah, so there's also a boot in the box, which is a weapon we haven't used yet, which actually doesn't use any ammo, and also adds some more wheels so that this thing doesn't fall over. So this Jinjo he's super strong. He's really serious about pushing you out of the ring. He seriously wants to be the champion.
Do you even lift, bro? Do you? Come on.
Watch this. Come
Whoa.
on.
He actually is putting up quite a resistance.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, motherfucker, get out. And I thought I had it, and he didn't go, and I was like, shit.
It would have been hilarious if he just rolled right off anyway.
But I got it.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah. That was the second go at that. And when I was practicing it, I tried all kinds of different things to try to get that guy to leave the fucking ring. It was so hard. But I settled on put giant hands on the vehicle and also put that little boot in there. That was good. Alright, yeah, we're done.
Showdown Town.
Nutty Acres Act 5 complete.
So did police give you any trouble in this video?
No, still
Damn
no trouble
it!
from the police. Yeah.
You keep complaining about them, and then they just never give you any trouble.
I know, and like, in my one time, like, there's been a few times in my practice recordings that they have given me a lot of trouble, but it just never comes up on the recordings.
Well, you know what you need to do then. You need to start recording your practice runs.
Yeah, maybe I should.
I've actually started doing that for Tomb Raider because there are times in my practice runs where I do something flawlessly, and then in the actual recording, I die like 5 times.
Yeah, no, I hate that. Let's talk shop, Kalon. Let's talk Let's Play shop. Oh man.
So, I see that there are 97 Trophy Thomas things. Why couldn't they just give you an extra 3 and round it out to an even 100?
Because this game has 131 jiggies total.
What?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
What? Did they just run? Like, I know they were under time restraints, but did they just run out of time?
I don't. Maybe? I've got no clue. There's 131 jiggies, and it's just like, why is it such a weird number? Also, I went into this menu by accident.
Whoops.
It's like, why is it such a weird number? Banjo-Kazooie had 100, and Banjo-Tooie had 90. Those are at least like round numbers.
I guess it could be like Rare doing that whole haha. There's 201 gold bananas in DK64.
God. Maybe.
I got all 201 when I was younger because I was.
Soul.
Listen, it was one of the few games I had for the Nintendo 64, and I was tired of playing Mario 64, so I decided to trick myself into thinking that Donkey Kong 64 was good.
You should have got Banjo-Kazooie instead.
Oh, I should have.
Yeah. Fun fact, we're standing on top of the UFO from Banjo-Tooie.
Oh.
Yeah. Also in this pool, Boggy's Igloo, and also the Salty Hippo from Treasure Trove Cove.
Wait, if Boggy's Igloo is here now, does that mean he's fucking homeless?
I don't know.
Or is he allowed to live in Banjo-Kazooie land?
He is possibly allowed to live in Banjo Land. He does do a majority of the cleanup in this place.
I mean, when he's not being fucking lazy.
When he's not actively throwing trash out of the can. But yeah, maybe he's allowed to live here. Or maybe he's got his own home in Showdown Town. We just don't know. We just don't know. There's no backstory to this game. It's fucking bullshit.
And what happened to Mrs. Boggy?
Mrs. Boggy. She's literally just called Mrs. Boggy. She doesn't even have her own name.
Wow. What a non-character.
Yeah. God.
Her kids have more personality than she does.
That's another good point. There's no sign of Boggy's children either.
Oh, damn.
No,
Do you think
Mrs. Boggy?
Okay.
No Boggy's children. What happened?
He has.
What happened,
Okay,
Boggy?
so he has no family and no home. and he has a dead-end job. I think Boggy got a divorce and got really screwed in the process.
I think we were probably partially to blame as well.
Oh, that's right.
Because you beat him in sledding in Banjo-Kazooie, and then he quit sledding, and then when you meet him again in Banjo-Tooie, he's just bombing around the house, and
Watching
he tries
porn.
to get you to watch a porn with him. And then in
Hey,
this
Banjo,
game,
I've got this really cool movie.
Do you want to see? I can't remember what the name of it is. It's really bad. So yeah, then you meet him in this game, and he's like, he's in charge of a gym, and then he's in here also cleaning. Well, I mean, this like what the characters do in their levels is kind of like based on the self-contained story for the levels. So
I guess.
I don't know. We haven't actually been to speak to Boggy in Showdown Town, so we don't actually know the full extent of what's going on with him.
I really, really hope that he's, like, not divorced and that his wife actually super duper loves him.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
I was just trying to figure out which way to go first.
Okay.
We're gonna go this way.
Alright. Right past the giant cactus.
Right past the giant test of strength. Look, there's Cheeto. There he is.
Oh, hey! He's fucking dead now.
Yeah, he's dead. They've just got his lifeless corpse on display.
Banjo! Banjo, would you like to enter a cheat code? Banjo, help me!
It could just be it looks like a really shoddy recreation of Cheeto, to be honest.
Yeah.
The real Cheeto is probably on vacation
He's
somewhere.
also much smaller, so...
Yeah, he is. He's not that big.
Then again, Klungo is smaller, like Jordan said last episode.
Yeah, he is a lot smaller than he used to be. A lot of the characters that were bigger than Banjo are now, like, a lot smaller now as well. I don't know what's up with that.
Maybe they just scaled weird in the Nintendo 64.
Probably, actually. I would be more inclined to believe it was a limitation of N64 stuff than...
Yeah, like, well, we want Klungo to look like this, but in order to make him look like this, he ends up being twice as
really
big as Banjo. Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably how it happened.
I'm willing to forgive the weird new scaling, because that's probably closer to how they actually imagined it.
Yeah. Alright, this mission's a bit weird. We gotta turn on all these security cameras, because Mr. Fit is hanging out in the fake graveyard, and he's getting really scared. What a baby.
Wow.
Anyway, the first button we gotta push is on top of the old rusty bucket, which still has Twycross written on the side, and that's kind of neat. So yeah, there's actually one switch that they give you a marker for, but you cannot press it.
Okay.
It's underwater, and I've been down there. I've been down there under the water trying to turn the switch, but nope. There's no button prompt for turning the switch. Why?
Okay. Are you sure it's not just a thing you can't get later, or?
I don't. I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't think there's a point in the game where you drain the water out of the pool. Because that would make sense anyway, because it would have to happen in this act, and it doesn't happen.
Oh wait, so he's hanging out in the scary graveyard, and he wants
Yeah.
you to turn on security cameras. He's just basically playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes. Banjo, Nuts and Bolts is actually really ahead of its time.
Yeah.
So you actually get the Trophy Thomas medal by doing this in just a certain amount of time. So you don't actually have to flip any extra switches, which would usually be the case. You would have to like flip maybe like one more switch in a certain amount of time, but you only have to press 3 in
Like a minute 30, it looked like.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I can't believe Mr. Fit fucking loves Five Nights at Freddy's. Apparently he just really likes jump scares.
Well, you know what? It's Mr. Fit. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're gonna go see Bottles. That's what's next. Bottles has got quite the fucking mission for us. Let me tell you. It's Log's choice.
Oh, fun. Already off to a great start.
Uh-huh. And it's oh. The vehicle is beautiful. It's great. So he's having a little bit of a problem. It's closing time. The employees are nowhere to be found.
You know what? That's usually the opposite of wherever I tend to work. Usually when it's closing time, they are fucking ready to go.
Yep.
They are... Oh,
closing time comes around. If you're like a couple minutes late, everyone else, it's just a fucking ghost town.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did everyone go?
If fucking course Boggy would give us trouble with clocking out.
So, yeah. We use this vehicle. It's like a train, train's like a... I don't know how to describe it, but basically...
It looks like that fucking thing from the one Mario Party 4 game where it's 3-on-1.
Yeah.
And the one person has one trolley, but the 3 people have one trolley each, and they all have to go on the same track, and it's impossible for the 3 players to win because somebody, usually the person in the back, always fucks up.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. It's really specific.
Anybody who has played Mario Party 5 knows what I'm talking about.
Mario Party 5?
4.
Oh, I've never... Oh,
5,
4?
4, something like that. One of them.
I think I played 4. So yeah, it's a mess, this vehicle.
It looks
Look
like
at
it.
this.
Oh my
It's
god.
You got 2 extra vehicles attached to your main vehicle by tow bars, which means they just flop around all over the place. And then you have to actually add another car.
What?
From over here, yeah. And it's like, luck of the draw if it happens or not. And on this occasion, I got really lucky. And just backed straight into it and was like, alright, let's go. And these couches are designed to hold
2 people.
2 passengers. So you should have had enough space, but you drive up, if you drive up to Blubber without that 3rd carriage, he just refuses to get on.
What a fucking asshole.
Mm.
Come on, Blubber. You don't need a whole fucking couch to yourself.
Well, apparently he does.
You can share with Mumbo for like 20 seconds.
But it's okay. We did it.
Yeah. This game that you absolutely have to 100%, otherwise Vile will find you and hunt you down.
Cranberry juice in the game of charades. Listen here, buddy. Just hand over that jiggy and shut the fuck up.
Listen, if I'm gonna play fucking anything, it's gonna be Fibbage or Drawful. 2 games that are fun and good, unlike this one.
So was there a specific thing that made you quit this game, or was it just like...
Just the general bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Like, once I got to Logbox and I saw that, you know, the missions in there required a lot of vertical movement, and they didn't give you a lot of vertical stuff at that point, and I'm like, you know what, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
And I can tell they probably blew their load with level design by having the monsters, like, mess with the insides of the Logbox and have the screen fuck up. I'm like, oh, well, if they're that creative now, they probably aren't going to have anything much better after that, so...
Yeah. There are a couple of there's a couple good levels still left. There's one level that has the creativity of just it's just really bad.
Okay. Great.
I was trying to think of an analogy, but I couldn't think of one that was bad enough. There's one level that seriously looks like it was given to an intern to design.
Great.
It's like, hey, make the most basic level as possible.
And you know what? I think even if I didn't quit at Logbox, I probably would have quit here because it's like it's all references to the first 2 games, neither of which I played. It's like I don't get any of this, so I probably would have just been like, I'm done.
And you know what? The thing is, I probably would have had like quite a good time. I would have probably had quite a good time with this game and given it more like a bit of been a bit fairer to it if, you know, it had been like a new IP. Like
Yeah.
if it just been like a different character in the setting, then I would have been, you know, a lot fairer to it. I would probably have really good things to say about it, but see that?
Oh, you barely won.
I messed up trying to go through that tunnel.
Like, if the game was starring Trophy Thomas, that would probably make more sense.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think I'd want to play as Trophy Thomas. I can't be honest. I don't think I could stand that. Like, I had enough trouble as it is playing fucking Far Cry 3 with a fucking character who's a massive asshole. I hate that fucking... I don't like... That's the main thing about why I didn't finish Far Cry 3 is because the character is just a dick.
I've never played a Far Cry game. Everybody says that 4 is really good, though, so...
I've heard that 4 is good, but 3 just... Ugh, that main character is just unbearable.
I'd rather have a main character that I hate than a main character that I feel absolutely nothing towards, so that's sort of why I never finished Assassin's Creed 4. Because he's just so bland and just there. He's like, yup, I'm certainly a character in a video game.
Basically, like, inserting Banjo into this game feels super unnecessary.
Pretty much.
It just feels like...
Maybe as like a cameo or something.
Maybe.
But
yeah,
not...
he would have been fine as a cameo, because he cameoed in... there was a bunch of Banjo-Kazooie cameos in Viva Pinata.
Yeah.
And him and Kazooie did have cameos in Conker's Bad Fur Day, albeit it was his severed head mounted on the wall.
Yeah, I remember that.
Still a cameo.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was a game that I actually enjoyed.
I
know a lot of people didn't have fun with it,
Yeah.
but I did.
I didn't. There's a specific section I quit at.
Oh, there is a specific section I quit at too, but like up until that point, I was having fun.
Was it the giant spinning blades under the water? Because that was the bit I
No,
could not fucking
it was
get
the
past.
fucking horror castle.
Okay.
The castle with Dracula in it. And I cannot play the remake because they censor all the naughty bits, and that makes the Great Mighty Pooh section just not nearly as funny.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, that's one of the most fucking out there bosses I've ever...
It's a pretty good boss.
It's a pretty good boss, yeah.
Admit.
I've never in my time have I, before or after, fought a boss to an opera while throwing toilet paper into his mouth.
Also, the boss is a giant poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet corn are his teeth.
That's gross.
Yeah.
That's always grossed me out. So this Jinjo Taxi is a boat, and you use it as a boat for about 5 seconds before you get back onto land, so it's kind of pointless. There we go.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Speaking of Conker's Bad Fur Day and the Great Mighty Pooh.
The Jinjo almost said a naughty word. Almost.
Almost. You can't have that. This game's
No.
rated E10, I think.
Yeah, this game's rated E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not even E10, just E.
I think it's just... I don't know. I don't know what the scoring system is for America, but I know this is...
Basically, it's E, E10, T, M, and whatever Oh, AO, which is...
I think this game could have gotten away with just a straight up E. Because there's not really anything suggestive.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so, anyway.
I just wish that in order to make it less confusing for, at least at first, for new parents that are like, hey, our little kid is getting into video games, instead of giving it its own fucking rating system, just give it the movie rating system. Everybody fucking knows the movie rating system.
Some games over here do actually have that.
Oh.
Yeah, some games actually are straight up rated 15, 18.
Yeah, like over here we have like G, PG, PG-13, and R. It's like, just make it, just... That's the same exact thing as the video games rating systems, but with letters that everybody knows.
Yeah. But it starts to get a bit confusing when, because like you have the main movie style ratings, which are from the BBFC, and then stuff that tends to be rated kind of lowly is actually rated by Peggy, so it's kind of confusing. Anyway, that's that.
Oh.
Next up, we're going into Logbox Act 5, so that's going to be fun.
Only not.
Only not. And until next time, join me next week. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Kaelon for coming on the video with me.
You're welcome. And also, I just want to say something before we head out. For some reason, the suggested video on the end of this is about Kim Kardashian, and it's a T-Mobile commercial.
I don't see that.
I don't know why.
My related videos are Minecraft Xbox Secret Shop, Fantastic Four official teaser trailer, Katy Perry Super Bowl halftime show. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Kim's data stash.
Yeah, Kim's data stash. Why is that there?
Also, Say My Name extended cut. That's Breaking Bad. I don't understand suggested videos. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.